The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba Group Holdings with the ticker symbol BABA. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So I wasn't able to do a BABA analysis yesterday because I was flying. So I was traveling, but now I'm back home, so we can get the show back on the road. So another thing I want to ask you guys is that, should I take my channel more towards like the Chinese market niche? For example, I do more Chinese stocks like Tencent or Baidu or Huya or like IQ or Neo. Like, should I go towards the more Chinese direction because it looks like it's very popular? BABA is always my best performing video, so maybe I should go that direction. Let me know in the comments down below. And also the American stocks, they're not performing that well as the Chinese stocks based on video views. So let me know if you guys are interested more in seeing Chinese stocks, and we could figure something out. So let's look at the daily chart for BABA. Basically, last week I didn't like how we just shot through the EMA, so I was like, okay, well, the bulls look like they're pretty weak. I think we're gonna go down to retest the lows. So last Friday, prices closed at the 90.52, and prices did end up dropping to the 82.34. So it did fill in this gap completely. We just come up shy of the support level. So it looks like we could see a pullback fairly shortly. Let's go over the macro structure first. Macro structure is a ranging pattern. The highs are clearly defined at this 120 level, and the support, you could kind of move it around, but if you look at the macro picture on the weekly, the support is pretty much at the $80 level. So basically, we had this uptrend, 2 legs up, sold off sharply, formed this downtrend right here, went to the opposite side of the range. And since we had a breakout of this channel, prices will usually make 2 attempts at a new low. So this was all just the first attempt at making a new low. So I'm expecting a pullback. If prices do a 2-legged pullback back up to maybe the 93, 94 level, that might be a good entry to see another leg down, because we didn't hit the lows of the range yet. So we still couldn't get another impulse the same size as this one right here towards the downside. And the bulls, so that's what the bears want to do. So let's take a look at the bulls. The bulls want to reach the opposite side of the range. So they're going to try 2 times to do that. So this was one large attempt at reaching the opposite side of the range. Prices sold off. And let's just say this is the bottom of this move down. Then prices will try a second attempt. And they could fail if we see 2 attempts up. So that would be 2 times to make a leg of similar size as before. If it fails, then the bears can still make another leg down. So basically what that means is that the bulls gave it their all, and they don't have any more, like you could say, ammo left or anything up their sleeve. But the bears, since we saw the 2 legs up, the bears can still make another leg down, because the bulls made 2 attempts up that failed, but the bears only made 1 attempt down. So that's what I'm saying. We could see a 2-legged correction up for the bulls that fails to see another leg down. And if we hit the lower side of the range, then it maybe at that $80 level, then it'd be more likely that we would probably just reverse. But since we came up short, we could just see a little correction to get another attempt down. So that's how I'm looking at BABA the next week. I'm looking for a pullback. If that doesn't occur, then obviously, sometimes trades don't set up, or prices doesn't do exactly what you expect. What if it just continues to move down, and not even do this pullback? Well, again, then you just look for something else. But as right now, I think this would be the setup, or for price to drop. We see 2 legs up, nothing really blocking it in the short term, like a channel or anything, and then we could probably see another impulse down to the $80 level, or even surpassing it. Let's just say the bulls are successful in rocketing higher. Then what I want to see is a move up, 2 attempts down for the sellers to reach the next measure move that fails, to see this measure move being reached. So that's how I would be looking at it for the long. So either way can work, but I think there's a short bias to this chart. So that's all I have for BABA this week. On the daily, let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart, you can clearly see the ranging pattern. Pretty much started back here in March of last year. So again, a lot of Chinese stocks are just pretty much dead right now, but again, eventually times will change and maybe these will be in a bubble once again. So here's a weekly chart. You can see support here, prices broke down, came back in, found support, so we're coming back down to retest that level. I think sellers want to reach this measure move target because it is a downward bias. We made a new low, prices came up, this high right here is lower than the previous one, so there's this bearish imbalance on the chart. So sellers are attempting to reach this measure move target at that $55 level in the form of 2 attempts. So this is one large attempt, we saw a pullback, and we could still see, you know, the second attempt right here. So if the second attempt fails, you know, there's a good chance, you know, we probably see price rocket higher. But we'll have to wait and see. So right now it looks like we'll probably see a little pullback, and then we'll have to wait and see if we get another leg down, and we'll have to see if this $80 level support holds. So that's all I have for BABA this week. I'm expecting, you know, a pullback because we saw a move down already, and then after that we'll have to wait and see. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.